Are all customers created equal? Good question, John, again. Oh, full of good questions lately. I am John Butt. I'm the host of the Marketing for Owners podcast and the marketingforowners.com website. You can go there to, obviously, marketingforowners.com/podcast. You'll be able to find lots and lots of things. If you want to sign up for freebies, you can grab a free consult with me. I don't like using the word consult really, but how else do you describe it? But in other words, you can ask me anything about business. The reason I got grey hair is because I've been around a long time, 30 odd years working for me, quite successful. So and apparently a smarty pants. So I know a fair bit and can probably help you. And there is no obligation. It's completely free. Go to marketingforowners.com/free time. It even says free in the title. But call it like open office hours. Okay. But genuinely, I can probably help you out on something. Doesn't matter what it is. Please try and stick to business. What else do I do? Well, there's freemarketingcourse.co. If you go there, that's my flagship free course which teaches you how to create a self-marketing company. It teaches you pretty much everything I know. But let's get back to today's podcast. Enough of the adverts. And by the way, we don't have adverts. I do actually have quite a few people asking me if they can advertise on the show. And I always tell them, no. Why? People don't like adverts. That's the whole point. Trying to explain. Don't annoy people. And they say, oh, but have you even tried it? And they just don't get it. So no ads here except for my stuff. Hey, it's my show. So customers, are they all created equal? The short answer is no. But I know you want a little bit more detail and a little bit more qualification and proof. No, they are not. You will have top customers, you will have average customers, and you will have lower customers. I'm going to call them lower because of the lower type, there are probably two types. And this is rough. So I'm not a professor of marketing or something like that. I've just been doing it for 30 odd years successfully for my businesses that I start from scratch. So this is real life. This is not from a college. So in the lower ones, you have customers that are new, that have just made a purchase, that have bought once. They've not become a repeat customer yet. They have bought once. You don't know much about them, and you don't know. They could become one of your best ever, could become the best ever. You don't know yet. You also have customers that are a pain in the neck. They are annoying, they are frustrating, they don't spend a lot, and every time they do, you have to put so much effort in. Now, I used to have a customer back in my Triangle Fire Protection Company days, my original fire safety company that I sold for a pile of money years ago. Used to have a company, it was a world famous airline, and he was the buyer in the UK. We used to supply to a lot of airlines for their Heathrow facilities and so on. And he used to buy from us, and he was such a pain. He ignored all our price rise information and always complained that his bill was going to be different to the last one. Even if it's just a 2% annual price rise, we will have told him. He was so much effort that in the end, I personally spoke to him and asked him to leave us, to go somewhere else. I actually, on the phone, phoned him because he used to speak to our customer services, and it was a running joke. And I told him, I said, you're obviously unhappy. I'm very sorry, we cannot satisfy you. Please take your business elsewhere. I give you 2 phone numbers of other companies that will look after you. And he laughed his head off. He stayed with us. He didn't get any better. And when he moved to another company, he came back and bought from us again. He's a good customer, it's just a pain in the neck. Everyone has those. You have the choice of getting rid of them if they're kind of consulting clients, as just buy stuff and add contracts. You can get rid of them, or you can work with them. But they take a lot of the time. They're not worth it. Now, I tried to get rid of them, so I can't tell you how to get rid of them. Not very good at it. The medium ones are probably the ones that have bought once or bought quite a lot, and then they've maybe bought again. Now again, Or they buy a few times, but they don't spend a lot of money. So, good to have, bread and butter, always good, treat them nicely, but are they worth spending as much time with? Not necessarily. Then you have your top customers. Your top customers are customers that are easy to deal with. They spend good money. They buy regularly. They are not customers. They are not repeat customers. They are regular customers. Okay, you understand the difference. So they have potential. If there's a regular customer, there is potential for them to buy more. Anytime you introduce a new product or service, they'll probably be interested because they trust you. They sincerely trust you. You are satisfying their needs. They think you are great, no matter what you think. You are probably thinking, I better not ask them what they think, because if they tell me we're rubbish, they might go elsewhere. But you've got to remember, why are they buying from you all the time? They think you're fantastic. So they are a top customer because not only do they make you money, so that's another thing, by the way. You may have someone who buys lots of stuff and spends lots of money, but then demands huge discounts and is difficult to deal with. Not necessarily a top customer. So you have to be careful. Top customers are people who make your life easy and make you a good profit, a healthy profit, an adequate profit. Not people that are being ripped off, people that are paying their dues and are getting value. So they are top. Now, even if you are in fire protection online, we have over 100,000 customers. We have 3 websites, and customers prefer different websites, different brands. But we know who our better customers are. Now, sometimes you'll have someone who buys a lot regularly just for a period of time because they have a project. And when it's done, that was it. But we want to know. So what I suggest is, no matter whether you have 5 customers, whether you have 100, whether you have 20, whether you have 100,000. And by the way, we have 100,000. They don't buy every week. A lot of those have bought once. These are 100,000 customers on the books, okay? But of those, figure out how you're going to decide how to qualify a big customer, a top customer. Do it in more than one way, such as number of orders per annum, or number of orders per period, per quarter, such as amount of sale total, order total, the money value in that, or the profit value to you in that period. Or you can also qualify them on effort value. Some customers are just not very nice. And I know people who score their customers in the same way that it scores staff. And if they are difficult to deal with, they'll fire their customers. They'll sack them in the same way that would fire staff. Because why should you, it's your business, why should you have to have the hassle? And it's not just you, your staff have to deal with them. And these people quite often upset your staff's day. It ruins their day, ruins their week. Why should they have to put up with that? Okay, so, but be careful with that one though, because make sure it's not, it's not working both ways. So, qualify them, take your time to qualify them, and pick, say if you've got 100 customers, pick your top 10. If you've got 1,000, pick your top, say 20 or 30. Then decide what you're going to do. And I recommend you put a lot of effort into keeping those top customers sweet, which means you talk to them, you ask for their opinion. When you've got a new product, you go around and show it to them. Or if you've got a new service you're thinking of bringing in, you go and ask them if it's something they would be interested in before you invest all the time and money of getting it. They then think, wow, I'm respected. I am a top customer. I recommend you give them a name. Whether they're a platinum or something, don't make it sound like it's the ultimate, in case you can gives you leeway to create another top one. So perhaps they're a gold customer or something like that. You can even create a second tier, and you could tell those people in the second tier that if they're a silver, the gold ones will get this and that and this and that, and they're just a bit short of gold ones. If they just also added those to their orders, they would probably become a gold. You can encourage people. People like to be in the top club. Those people that are a top customer, tell them that they are. They do not let them say that they are one of, they are not the top one. Don't ever tell someone they are the top customer, because then they feel like they've got a bit of a hold on you. But if they're going to slip out, don't be scared of telling someone that they've dropped to the next tier, but don't you worry, they'll be looking at you. In airlines, hotels, they have levels and tiers, so this is not new to people. This is not a concept you're inventing, so they'll be okay with it. And when people don't go to that, use that airline so much anymore, they drop down to the next tier. But it's understandable. If they want to get back, they spend more money. That's the way it goes. But yes, max out your top customers. Make the most of them. They are top customers for a reason. Check them out, know who they are, keep that list updated all the time. It will change. That's the end of today. Quick toolbox tip, because it's Tuesday toolbox tip. We're going back to IFTTT. IFTTT. If this, then that. It is a fabulous tool. It will automate stuff. It is free. Just go to the website, just Google it, IFTTT. Look it up in Google, look at what it does, try it. Even if it's just automatically saving some images to Dropbox or to Google Drive or to something like that, or to a spreadsheet or something, just try it. Try one of their easy recipes and then think, wow, imagine what I could do with that. Imagine how efficient it will make me. Tomorrow, remember last Wednesday, we have the fantastic Andre Chaperon, who I reckon is the best email marketing person going. Well, there is another one. Tomorrow we have Ben Settle, who is the other. He does it slightly different to Andre. They both know each other, they're on different sides of the Atlantic, but they both are fantastically impressive. You need to be listening to what Ben says tomorrow. I'll be back with you on Thursday.